So planning to ride 4 hours tomorrow morning, and very excited for it because it's going to be my first ride on my new bike. So I honestly was not planning on getting a new bike, but I have been looking at bikes because, you know, that's what you do when you're into them. And a really good deal came up on Marketplace. It was hard to pass up and just sort of came together, and here we are. So guess we're doing the cycling thing now. I'm pretty committed, but yeah, the bike is used, but it's essentially new. It's probably got like 300, 400 kilometers on it. It's a Focus Izalco Max 9.9, and literally all I've done is sit on it. I haven't pedaled a single stroke. I picked it up Thursday night, and Friday's my rest day, so first spin in the morning. I am pretty keen. 4 hours is going to mean a very early start for me in the morning, so I'm getting everything ready to go the night previous. I thought I'd quickly show you what I'll typically take with me on a ride like this. So nutrition, I got these SIS gels, 3 of these, fruit salad flavour. I'd never tried these until a few weeks ago, and I had a really solid ride, so now I'm kind of partial to them. But they're quite good. I've tried all sorts of different gels over the years, man, and these are definitely one of the better ones. I've found they're not too thick, which I always prefer. So like, I like to feel like I'm drinking something rather than eating with a gel. So yeah, got those bottles. Just do 2 of these, plain water. I don't like to do any kind of drink mix. I've been there, done that. I honestly can't even stomach the smell of those things. So plain water only. Take my AirPods. I always have these in just in case of emergency. If Gemma's trying to contact me, there's always a chance I can't hear my phone over the wind noise when it's in my jersey and whatever. So I've always got these in. Occasionally I'll use them for music, but not very often. Computer, this is a Garmin Edge 520. I've had this for a long time. I think I got it in like 2015, so it's pretty old. Screen's cracked, but still does the job. I got a little sample pouch of chamois butter when I was at the bike shop today. I've got a bit of a hot spot on my butt, so I thought I'd try this, but I don't usually use it. Action camera. This is the DJI Action Pro 5, so I just got this about 2 weeks ago. I'm denied about getting it, man, for a long time because, as a rule, I don't like action cameras because the image quality is just not that great when you're used to filming on something like this FX3 here, where the image is just amazing. But they're a tool, you know, they're good at what they do, and when you're filming yourself like on a ride or a run, yeah, it's the way to go. You need to keep it simple so it doesn't impact what you're doing, you know. So got that, and I got a mouth mount for it. Yeah, these are really good. Magnetic base on it, super handy. My lights, I rely on these a lot because I ride a lot in the dark. So this is my front light. It's a Nog Blinder 900. This has been super good. Nog's an Australian brand. I've had no issues with this. So yeah, it's been a good light. And then my rear light is this one by Magic Shine, which I just got at the local bike shop. I don't know too much about it, other than I've had no issues with it, and it does the job just fine. I think it cost me about 60 bucks. So normally, if I'm up at this hour going for just a couple of hour ride, I'm not hungry, so I won't eat usually beforehand. But longer ride, I make sure I get something in. So I normally have toast, peanut butter and honey, something like that. But just realised we're out of bread, so I'm having a banana and peanut butter. So this Action Pro 5 from DJI, I'm liking it more and more. The more I use it, the more I learn it. It's pretty bloody good for what it is. I shoot it in 10-bit, 4K, D-Log-M, quick grade on it, and yeah. I've experimented a little bit with exposure settings, I've found the best way when I'm on the bike is just put everything in auto. It works really good in terms of exposure and white balance. When it is bright like this, it will pump up the shutter speed obviously, and you lose your natural looking motion blur, which is never my preference, but it kind of works when you're doing something fast paced like cycling. And with a higher shutter speed, the stabilization on the camera does work a lot better. Little fella. He's a little fella. I'll talk a bit about the new bike later, but today's ride was, it wasn't in a good headspace to start off with, which is kind of weird for me because I'm usually just stoked to get on and ride, especially Saturday morning. I had planned to ride out of town and do this loop out there, and it doesn't usually bother me, but I got out there and it was like, middle of nowhere, it's pitch black, and I wasn't liking it today. It wasn't a vibe, so I turned around, went back to town and just did a town loop instead. But the longer the ride went on, I felt stronger and stronger, so that was neat. I'll take that any day of the week. And once the sun came up, it was a beautiful morning. And ended at 3.5 hours. I had to stop and start a few times to adjust my saddle height, so that cost me a bit of time. Didn't quite get the 4 in, but about 100k. Nothing to sneeze at. It's a good ride. So I got these the other day. I don't usually take any supplements or vitamins, but just thought it can't hurt. Bit of insurance, so I take one of these after breakfast.
Daddy, what's that? What's that?
It's the same as yours.
Why the orange one?
You might want to save a little bit of that for Mummy.
Why?
So it's about 20 to 12 now. Francis and I just went out and had a coffee. I was starting to feel pretty tired just before that, but it's perked me right up. Never underestimate the espresso. And quick snack here, pizza bianco, becoming a bit of a Saturday tradition. So bloody good though. So something that I've found pretty surprising, I guess, with cycling compared to running is how much I've got to eat. I feel like I just have to graze all day long, eat as much as I possibly can to get enough calories in, and if I don't, I really feel the difference, like the performance dip. And I don't remember experiencing that much at all with running. And it's on the bike too, I've got to eat more in comparison to running. So I was kind of surprised by that. And I think, it's because it's like it's almost like you're expending less energy cycling in a way. But I think the big factor is the times. Like you're doing double the amount of time if you compare it to running. So crazy how much food I've been eating, man. But it's like the more I eat, faster I ride. So gonna go make some lunch. You really have to be that immature. So pasta for lunch, it's a go-to meal for me. Quick, easy to make, lots of carbs. Rigatoni is my preference. We're out, so wholemeal spirals is what we're working with today. A bit of cashew cheese with some fat, salt, pepper, a bit of pesto, olive oil for more fat. And when I filmed the olive oil, I forgot to press record, so did that twice. So I had quite a bit of olive oil on there, but that ain't gonna hurt me. So I'm about to head out to Mum and Dad's now. Gonna go spend some time out there this afternoon and have our dinner there tonight. Mum's cooking. Shake. Good boy. Good boy. Oh. go, big boy.
Do you think Daddy and Jane fit in the bed?
Yeah. And Mummy's bed. And Mum can say with Mum.
That very good. I think it might be in the car. I haven't seen his done. It's out of that book.
Oh, a bit of a meal of that. So Mum hooked us up with a very nice meal tonight. Had curry, rice, just for something different. Lots of curries around here. But I had plenty of rice in mine, just another carb heavy meal. I'll be riding again tomorrow. Probably do 2.5 hours, and I got a 30k club race in there. So like I said, the more I eat, the better I feel on the bike. And typically these sorts of days, like if I do a longer ride, they're days where they're not the days that I eat the most. The days I eat the most on are definitely rest days. But yeah, I just try and get in as much as I can. And brownie for dessert, so can't complain about that. It was bloody delicious. And that's about it, man. Kids are just going to bed. I'm just going to watch a bit of TV here. Milan San Remo's about to come on, so check that out for a bit. And then, yeah, the early start's definitely caught up with me, so I'll be heading to bed, and I'm going to sleep pretty damn well tonight, I think. So it's been a few days now. I've got like 10 hours on the new bike. Thought I'd give you some quick initial thoughts and impressions and what have you. For reference, my previous bike was a 2016 Giant TCR Advanced Pro 1 model. I bought it brand new, mechanical Ultegra, so decent bike, mid-range, but that's the only like road bike I've ever ridden. A lot's changed with bikes since then, for better or worse. Everyone seems to have a different opinion there, but the Izalco Max, it's my first time riding disc brakes on a road bike, first time Di2, so lots of new things. But first ride, like, I couldn't believe how, as soon as I rolled out the driveway, I couldn't believe how smooth and quiet the bike was. I expected that, but still, I was shocked at just how just bloody nice the thing feels to ride. It's pretty amazing. Performance-wise, I didn't expect huge performance gains. Like, it's pretty realistic about it. And I suppose if you weigh up the price difference, you know, it is marginal gains, but it's actually it's a bigger difference than I expected. Let me put it that way. So the Izalco is noticeably a good bit faster to me. I can feel it riding it. I can see it in the data. I raced it Sunday, broke a bunch of Strava PRs. The thing just flies. I'm not the best person to try and explain to you why that is, and you know, keep in mind I'm only comparing it to my old TCR, but just some things that I've experienced and felt riding it is just how easy it gets up to speed. That's a big thing. And then at speed, when you put power down, you can really feel it just accelerate. Like, the thing just wants to take off, and the TCR definitely did not react like that, you know, when you jumped on the pedals. So there was that. And then climbing was the biggest difference, which surprised me. I expected the bikes to be pretty similar there, but the Izalco just climbs so much better. Yeah, it's a big difference there. And probably the best way to describe that is just like, whatever power I'm putting into the pedals, I feel like none of it's being wasted. It feels super efficient. I can ride a harder gear and go faster up the hill for the same effort, you know. Yeah, the thing just wants to friggin' shoot to the top. And it's definitely stiffer than the TCR, so I would assume that helps it climb better. But yeah, the performance climbing has been amazing. Fit has worked out good, size 56, so stock dimensions are slightly larger than my TCR, but I feel super comfortable on it. I like the position. I haven't had any pain or discomfort riding it. The only thing I'd say is the saddle I don't think really suits me. I think it's a bit too wide, so I may need to change that. The previous owner did change the stock 110mm stem to 120. I've got the original 110 there, so I've got the option to change that. But for now, I think I'm just going to stick with how it is. Like I said, I'm not getting any pain or discomfort, and actually some soreness and stiffness I'd get in my elbows on the TCR has completely gone away with this bike. So happy with the fit. Aesthetics, I think the bike looks great. Initially, when I looked at these bikes, I was turned off the sort of minimalistic branding. There's literally nothing on the down tube, it's just blank. But what I will say is when you see these in real life, they look way better in person than they do in the photos. So I think it's a sick looking bike, and that's about it. Overall, I'm super happy with it. So that's going to do it this week. Thank you for watching the video. If you made it this far, hit me up in the comments. Training's been going pretty solid. Upped my volume a little bit these past probably like 4 weeks. So I'm hitting about 12 hours a week, which is kind of right on the limit, I think, of what I can handle alongside the rest of my life. So been pretty happy with it though. Feeling good, still seeing the fitness improve, and most importantly, I'm having fun on my bike. So that's it, man. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.